The action was wet and wild when the GNCC Tour rolled into Loretta Lynn Ranch. But no surprise up front as Chris Borich, Taylor Kaiser, and Adam McGill launched an incredible battle for the win, with Borich coming out on top. The conditions are dry today. Will that change Borich's luck?
Playing in the dirt, face full of mud, sacrificing flesh and blood. Playing in the dirt, digging in the ground. All I'm asking you, where you gonna be when it all goes down, 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 down?
Well, hello everyone, and welcome once again to Racer TV's coverage of the 2010 Can-Am Grand National Cross Country Series. This is the MotorcycleUSA.com Yadkin Valley Stomp Grand National Cross Country Race here in Yadkinville, North Carolina. Top GNCC stars are signing autographs right now, while the top amateurs are out riding in some very dusty conditions. Of course, you can escape the dust by going into the Yadkinville Creek, or you can jump over it. That'll be fun to watch. Let's go down to the pits with Krista Shaw.
All right, this is the first time we're here in the Yamaha pits checking in with Donnie Ackerman. Donnie, it's been over a year since we saw you up on the podium. What did it take to get you up there?
Just a good mud race, you know. Equaled everything out for the guys and just stayed with them all day and just kind of got lucky there at the end in the mud. And I don't know what else to do now but just stay up there with them.
All right, well, today it looks like it's going to be complete opposite. It's going to be pretty dusty out there. How do you think the track's going to be?
It is going to be dusty, and I'm a little bit slower in the dust, I guess, because if you can't see, you can't go fast, in my opinion. But just get a good start out there today. I know I can do it. Yamaha's starting awesome, so I'm going to get up there with them and see what happens.
We're catching up with Adam McGill here in the Can-Am pits. Adam, I saw you out mountain biking the track with Chris Borich yesterday. How does it look?
Track looks good, at least on a mountain bike it did. This place is really tight. Not a whole lot of speed, but they have opened it up more and more every year, and I think it's like the 4th year we've been here, so it's not bad. I'm excited. I'm ready to go today. It's going to be hot and dry, so a good start's definitely going to play a big factor.
Wow, no hijinks from McGill. He actually left Krista alone there. Jason Wygant up top to give you the call. We'll be racing for 2 hours today, waiting for some riders to fire, like Brandon Summers. There's Chris Bithell and also Brian Cook. I'm waiting for these guys to get up on the podium consistently and challenge Kaiser and Borich for wins. Starting line looks like it's prepped and ready to go. We'll start, of course, with the engines off and then go racing. Battling into the first turn we go, and it's one of the Yamahas going to get out front, and Don Ackerman did exactly what he said he was going to do, get the good start. MotorcycleUSA.com whole shot money goes to him. He's got Brian Cook right behind. Cook can use this. He needs a shot in the arm of confidence like Ackerman got with that podium last week. Look out, that's Taylor Kaiser in third though, and Kaiser is going to be awfully hard to stop. And everyone else who's further back, well, I was going to say this course is hard to pass on, but we've got an XC2 rider from row 2. Gets to the next section of the course first. It was Josh Kirkland on the KTM. And you can't make up this much ground early in the race. My guess is he's gotten lost here on this first lap. And now the results and standings are going to be all sorts of mixed up. Now they can make changes on the fly, and the GNCC officials will do that if they determine that those riders maybe got off the track somewhere in the first lap. Here's the creek jump. They got off the track and maybe made up some ground they shouldn't have made up. So confusion reigning already out here. Here is Ackerman launching that big thing with Cook right behind him. Cook now goes to the inside, tries to make a pass. This is one of the few areas on this tight track that you can make passes. Chris Borich just leaped past the camera on his Suzuki. It continues to be Kirkland here, the XC2 class champion from last year and battling for the championship, who's out front, but I've got to think that he got off track and there will be a penalty soon. So it's still Ackerman, Cook, and Kaiser coming through next. And now Borich has cleared the way. He's gotten around the rest of the field, and now he can work on that top 3. Here comes Gabe Phillips, another XC2 rider. Looks crazy how mixed up it is today, especially on a dusty track. This could be a big advantage for Kirkland, but like we said, he might have to serve a penalty at some point. You can see he's definitely going fast, though. Here's Ackerman and Cook still battling it out. And That's what they're talking about, how tight this track is. You've got trees on all sides. You don't have the multiple lines here like we had, for example, at our last race at the Red Linz, as Kaiser comes by in third. And now it's Boric, your series points leader. He needs to get on the gas and make up some ground. You got to at least see the dust of these guys in front. Look at Kirkland just hammering through these field sections. Maybe he did earn his way up to the front the way he's riding. And you can see nothing behind that Cook and Ackerman battle, second and third. Now, Kirkland is a factory KTM rider. He's got people out there pointing out the good lines for him. So let's see if he can maintain this gap he's built up. Even if he has to serve a penalty a little bit later, you still want to go as fast as you can so that penalty doesn't affect you as much. Through the pits and out. Nicely done by the man from Proctor, West Virginia. And let's go back to our XC1 riders. Looks like Cook is going to pull into the pits here on the first lap. Something must be wrong with the machine. Well, no, Kaiser's going to do the same thing. So it's going to be a big lead for Ackerman now. And Boric going to pit also. So everyone has determined you're going to have to pit on the first lap. And then maybe they can make it all the way to the finish. Nice job of the Yamaha crew. They get Kaiser out before Cook and Boric. Stay tuned. Racer TV is brought to you by Can-Am, Rocky Mountain ATV MC, and by Yamaha. Josh Kirkland leading the way. A variety of terrain that we have here in North Carolina. Got some tight stuff, some wide open stuff, a little creek crossing here. Don Ackerman coming by, he's second on the track. Guy out of Illinois. And he has pulled away a bit. We thought it'd be Brian Cook in second, but a smart, quick pit stop allowed Taylor Kaiser to get that spot. Now here comes Cook. That's fourth on the track. And we're still waiting for our series points leader and defending champ Chris Boric to come by. Instead, another one of the XC2 riders, Gabe Phillips, on the Yamaha, and now Boric. There's a lot of confusion out there on the track right now because the XC2 rider is getting out front like this. And again, we're waiting to see if there's a penalty. Finally, we see one of the Can-Am riders go by, and they always seem to hook up. Gill and then Chris Bithell. I don't know why those guys can't get starts, but once they get rolling together, they make up a lot of ground. Kirkland is headed to the spectator area. That's the creek jump. You can see the fans line up on the side of the track. They love it. Here comes Kaiser, golden opportunity to make up points for him. And there's our women's champ, Angela Atwell there on the left side, cheering on her teammate, Brian Cook. Then Phillips comes through and followed by Boric. So we're going to sort this out here, see if Boric can make up ground like he usually does, or will someone else be able to take advantage. But now we'll give you some highlights from our morning amateur race, which includes our 4x4 riders. Brian Buchanan has the whole shot. Watch it. It's Rick Checo on the power bar Can-Am. Nice job getting inside and grabbing the lead early. And that's key on a dusty track like this. Then you have the women's class. They haul. There's Atwell on her KTM to on the track cheering, getting the whole shot over Kristen Atwell, her niece, and 7-time series champ Tracy Checo. And you got the unlimited 4x4 class. Cliff Beasley out front. He is dominating. He's won every race so far this season. Checo leading the way in open 4x4 over Buchanan. So much competition in that class. Got guys like Zach Sikowski in there as well. And in the women's division, it's nice to see the different machines match up. Lexi Coulter on the Can-Am. She's won a race this year. The Yamaha for Checo and Atwell, the KTM of Angel Atwell. Lots of competition in that class. And you've also got Dave Simmons, who has won a bunch of overalls this year in the 50-plus class. Yeah, we'll take all these machines, we'll weigh their lap times, and determine an overall winner. Buchanan would fight back, get the lead back from Rick Checo, and take over the win in the open 4x4 class. Tracy Checo was in second, doing her best to run down Kristen Atwell. She charged to the finish, but it wasn't going to happen. Kristen Atwell, on the number 205, is her overall winner in our morning race. Now back to the afternoon spectacular. Here's the big creek jump. Whoa, Donnie Ackerman almost over the bars. He clipped the landing. A little bit smoother there for Kaiser and for Cook. Cook is caught back up to Kaiser. He's going for third. And we see Chris Borch putting pressure on Gabe Phillips. But it's still Josh Kirkland in the lead. And I'm going to venture to guess that there will be a time penalty at some point assessed. So these XC1 riders have to assume they're actually fighting for the overall lead. Ackerman, Kaiser, Cook. And this is the opportunity you need. You've got Chris Borch in the back on a tight track. And the Can-Am boys are coming. Bithell and McGill, like we said, they're always putting on a charge. In fact, Bithell here has gotten past the number 1 of Borch. And his teammate, McGill, not too much further back. Looks like the XC1 pack is slowly but surely beginning to close on Kirkland, Ackerman, Kaiser, Cook. Gives you an idea of how hard it is to pass on this track at Yadkin Valley. You see all the vegetation there on the side of the trail. You don't want to get mixed up in that. You don't know what it's hiding. So you've got to stick to this main race line. So even if these guys are able to catch Kirkland, they might have to hope for a mistake to get by. This section with a few areas with multiple lines, but everyone is still sticking to that right side of the track. It's what McGill is doing right there. He sticks to the right and tries to track down that lead pack. And his teammate Bithell moving up as well. He's gotten around Borch. Borch, he normally comes on strong late, but he might be running out of time. Racer TV is brought to you by Can-Am, Rocky Mountain, and by Yamaha. Welcome back to North Carolina. Jason Wygant giving you the call. Can-Am Grand National Cross Country Racing. Josh Kirkland there out front in this race. But if you just joined us, he started on row 2 and was in the lead by the second mile. So the suspicion is that he got lost out there on the track. And in a very rare instance, getting lost actually helped him. He must have cut off some part of the track. They'll take a time penalty for that later. Here comes Chris Bithell. He has been on a rail from the back of the pack. Same with his teammate, McGill. And then they have the defending series champ, Chris Borch, behind him. What a charge that the Warner Can-Am boys have put in. And now we got to change up. That is Taylor Kaiser in the lead, followed by Brian Cook. So Kirkland has finally been shuffled back just a bit. Here he comes by third. And that's a whole new ballgame racing with the XC1 riders like he's doing today. Then it's Bithell and Borch back in front of Ackerman. What happened to Ackerman? He's dropped back. And now Cook has taken over the lead from Kaiser. So Brian Cook out of Cesar, North Carolina is on the gas. Can he deliver his first win of the year for KTM? We'll find out in a moment, but now it's time for our Rocky Mountain Spotlight. Okay, let's talk about customer service. Customers priority one at Rocky Mountain. They've grown and expanded to serve their customers and be the best in the off-road industry. Fast shipping, the lowest prices around, and customer service is second to none. Shipping is key. All products arrive at your doorstep within 1 to 3 business days, and to top it off, you get shipping free of charge on orders of $99 or more. There's no sales tax to customers outside of Utah, and Rocky Mountain is constantly on the prowl checking out their competition's pricing to make sure they have the best value and your first choice. It's customer service with a smile. Rocky Mountain is here to serve you. They take pride in getting their customers' questions and needs first. Get instructions and advice from their technicians by calling or go online and click on the technical support chat. You can see online videos of products being installed and find service manuals to help you tackle your next project. Buy from Rocky Mountain and you have a lifetime technician by your side. There's also a huge inventory in stock with all the popular name brands, all stored in a large warehouse. So when you order, it's ready to go. There are thousands of parts, and Rocky Mountain's ready to be your one-stop source. So visit their website at RockyMountainATVMC.com or call them at 1-800-272-6329 and request a free catalog. Fans are pumped. Brian Cook leading the way here over the Big Creek jump. Taylor Kaiser in second. Everyone picking up the pace. Chris Bithell up to third. Chris Borch up to fourth. Can anyone hang with this? We'll find out. Oh, and Kaiser has now taken the lead from Cook. So maybe pressing the pace a little bit too hard. And look at Bithell. He is pulled away from Borch. He's in third. wants to move up 2 more spots and get this win. Taylor Kaiser is going to be tough. He has learned the tricks of the trade from the 9-time GNCC champ Bill Balance. Balance is here hanging out today, but he's got a broken back, not able to race. So Balance put all his knowledge, all his tutelage, and put it on the shoulders of Taylor Kaiser and said, go out, win this championship for Yamaha. It could start today. If Kaiser gets the win, Boric back here in 4th or 5th. It's valuable championship points. McGill coming through next. Where's Boric? There he is. He's still behind Kirkland. Kirkland actually doing the right thing and pulling over. He's not in the same class of these riders, so he doesn't need to hold them up. Kaiser putting the hammer down, trying to get away from Cook and Bithell. Make that Bithell and Cook. Bithell making the pass. Bithell is awfully tough late in these races, but Kaiser's been riding like a veteran as of late. He's not going to give this one away. Racer TV is brought to you by Can-Am, Rocky Mountain, and by Yamaha. Drag race down the pit for the last time today. Taylor Kaiser in and out, hoping to polish off his 2nd overall victory of the year, with Chris Bithell looking for his 1st of the series in 2nd. And Bithell has closed the gap. He's right there in 2nd. We go back to Brian Cook in 3rd. The shark is in the water, though. You got to watch for Chris Boric. Here he is. First, Adam McGill, and here is Boric. And the last lap, Boric is usually lethal, but I don't know if he can pass 4 riders. Look at this. Bithell is all over Kaiser for the lead. Bithell shot out of a cannon on these final 2 laps. Now he's caught the leader. They pulled away from Cook, McGill, Boric, and the rest. I think it's a 2-horse race. But which one has that kick down to the end? Is it Kaiser on the number 2? Is it Bithell right here on the lucky number 13? Over the big creek jump, still the number 2 of Kaiser maintaining the lead. It's so hard to pass on this Yadkinville track. Bithell might have to get desperate down the stretch. Boric still putting the pressure on McGill. Points drifting away if he can't make passes. Well, his rival for the championship, Kaiser, still in the lead. Oh, look at this line. Bithell getting creative. That didn't work out, but that's what you got to do in the last lap. If you see any new lines, you've got to take them and hope they work out. You're not going to get anywhere by just following the guy. And you got McGill and Boric still on the charge, but they're not nearly as aggressive. They've gotten around Cook, it appears, but they're not nearly as aggressive as the leaders. And Bithell has got the lead. Chris Bithell, who won this race a couple of years ago as a privateer Honda rider, is looking to deliver today for Warner Can-Am. Time running out for Boric, McGill, Cook, and the rest. It's up to Kaiser. Can he repay the favor? Can he get back around Bithell? There's not much time left, and Bithell's got the Can-Am DS450 pin. The Yamaha man, Kaiser, is right there hoping for a mistake. I don't think it's going to happen. Chris Bithell is looking for victory. We're into the final stretch. And as we reach the 2-hour mark, we find out who's got the conditioning, who's in shape. Chris Bithell, from a bad start, is going to take this first win of the season. And the engine smoking on Kaiser's machine. He was lucky to get to the finish. Boric is going to make moves down the stretch. He'll get up to 3rd and salvage some points. Let's go down to victory lane.
All right, Chris, another podium finish for you this year. Unfortunately, it wasn't a win. Tell us how your race went today.
It didn't go too good. Had a pretty decent start, probably 4th place start. Was up in there, and right away we got a stick jammed in the front of the A-arm. I don't know if it bent a tie rod or something, but it was pretty hard to turn all day. So I dropped back from that, tried to get it out. It took a while, but got it back out, caught back up, and just battled with the dust all day and just clipped a couple tree stumps out there that I didn't see and ended up on my lid. But we got her back going, and I'm glad to get up here and get a podium.
Well, we say it all the time, these races are marathons, not sprints. Bithell and Boric were nowhere to be seen early. They end up 1st and 3rd. Taylor Kaiser takes 2nd.
All right, Taylor, another podium finish. You've got to be pretty excited. You led a lot of the race. Tell us what happened out there.
Got up to a top 3 start. Was running good all day. Had a little get off on the first lap. Had to work my way back from that. But you know, overall, I had a really good day. Just stayed up front. Just ran consistent. And Bithell came up on me on the last lap. Was just running really strong and made a good pass on me, and you know, I just couldn't get by him at the end. So overall, my balance racing Yamaha worked really well today. Definitely can't say give enough thanks to everyone who's helping me.
And we'll see what affects the points. Kaiser back within 1 race now of Borch. Now it's time to talk to our new winner, Chris Bithell.
All right, Chris, it's your first podium this year. You've got to be pretty excited. Tell us a little bit about the race.
Yeah, you know, like you said, first podium this year, heck, and you can't beat a first place. So, you know, I came out, had about the worst start imaginable, you know, dead last into the woods, dusty track, tight track. I don't know how I did it, but, you know, what a heck of a day. You come up here, put the cannon on top, in front of the box. You can't beat that.
How'd you make that pass on the last lap?
It just sort of worked out for me. We came into, it was so tight, you know, I didn't think I'd ever get him. But we came in right about just come into a field section, and he took a different line into the field, and I sort of took a swooping line out into the field, and just my momentum sort of got me around him. You know, we just drag raced down the stretch. Neither one of us let off into the turn, sort of bumping a little bit, but, you know, it's all in fun, you know, good friends, so, you know, we just had a great battle.
All right, well, good race.
Thank you.
Give the Yamaha race recap. Give the Yamaha race recap, and it was a Yamaha out front. Don Ackerman led early. The field got all sorts of mixed up when a couple of riders from the XC2 class ended up leading this thing overall. It all sorted itself back out, though. Brian Cook was up front. Taylor Kaiser, Ackerman, the Can-Am boys of Bithell and McGill, and, of course, Chris Borch. All duking it out for the lead. They all had their shot, but down the stretch, it would boil down to 2 men. Taylor Kaiser under heavy fire from Chris Bithell on the last lap. Bithell didn't think he had a line to make the move, but he found one somewhere. Kaiser was doing everything he could to try to hold him off. It just came down to who made the right move at the right time. And eventually, Bithell made that move, took the lead, and got his first win of the season. Congratulations, Chris Bithell. For Chris Shaw, I'm Jason Wygant. Thanks for watching.